What is up, guys? It is the Bluebloods here, and I'm joined by one of the best corners in the SWAC,
Yes,
even the
sir.
FCS, and my guy Isaiah Hamilton, Texas Southern DB. This guy had one of the highest coverage grades according to Pro Football Focus, almost a 90 last year, only allowed one receiving touchdown in over 2 years of playing at Texas Southern. Man, it's time to put some respect on my guy's name, but
Yeah.
Isaiah, appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Appreciate it being here, man, for real.
So, coming out of high school, man, you played high level Texas football. I mean, listen, high school football in the state of Texas is one of the top states anywhere, man. It's so deep from the top level all the way down. What was your recruiting process like coming out of high school, though?
It was like I transferred from 4A to 6A going into my sophomore year. So it was a lot of. At first, I really didn't think I was gonna play football. To be honest, going into high school, well, transferring wise, but I didn't run. So it was very difficult because I had to adapt to everything. It was new. Everything was so fast, but the recruiting process, it was like I didn't run track, so it was very hard. So they didn't really know my speed, but I was basically going off my film. So I'm gonna say it was very hard because I basically just trusted my film instead of what I'm saying, trying to take the long way like everybody else did track. I was just trusting my family, so I ain't really just get like that spotlight like everyone else did. So once I got in touch with Texas Southern, man, I just took it like I took it with my chin up, man. Really,
I
really, to
like
be honest.
I mean, it paid off in the long run, man. But, outside of, just running with the moment, what was it about the program, the coaches, the players that you met on your visits? What was it about Texas Southern that made you know it was the place for you at the next level?
Man, really. It was really I'm gonna say it was Coach Sanders. He showed me like that I can really do this, man. Like he built my confidence to another level that I will always thank him for that. Like to this day, like once I first got there, he showed me like this not to be played with. Like you can lose your job here, man. Like this is really serious. So that really woke me up. So I was like, man, I'm ready to come here because they ain't playing with me, man. They telling me like it's serious and I want to win. So I came to change the culture for TSU with them, man. Like I'm here to win for real, man. So that's what it was, really.
And, last year was a real weird, tough year for the FCS. And I
Yeah.
mean, all the conferences, man, with COVID, moving the season to the spring, you guys having to play almost two full seasons in one calendar year. For you, though, how tough was the season on yourself and the program? And how did you stay ready, not knowing whether you were going to play a game on Saturday? It could be canceled, moved. How did you stay in the zone?
Um, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say practice because we practiced more during the COVID pandemic year because we didn't know if we was gonna play like you said. So we competed hard, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Cause Sanders, man, he made it hard on us. Like you got to compete, man. If you gonna compete, you gonna get your job took. So I always stay like, and I ain't want to. Not I ain't trying to sound cocky, but I ain't want to look bad ever on television, man. So I'm gonna take what I learned in practice, translate it. That's all it was, man. I'm always ready. I'm
I
always ready.
like it. You said, man, if we get the spotlight, we're gonna make the most of it. I
Yeah.
love it. And this year, man, you really did. Looking at the jump you made from the spring to this past season is just one of the biggest. I felt like looking back, looking at some of your film, you really were overlooked in terms of the DB rankings in the SWAC, man. A lot of people just looked at, just kind of didn't look over at your direction. So for you, what were the keys to your breakout season? Do you feel a little bit slighted that you didn't get an All American nod and a mention, anything like that?
Well, at first I did, but we got like new coaches, so I really like didn't want to just had that on my mind. And I'm ready, like so. I'm gonna say like you can't all like they told me you can't think about that work, man. So work, get in the lab. You can't. There'll be a downfall trying to. You can't always get congratulations, man. So I ain't finna trip off that and just continue to work. That's what I've been doing. I've been working, man. To be honest, that's all I can do.
And for you, looking at how difficult the spring season was, do you think those extra practices, the shorter layoff, really helped prepare you for your breakout season this fall, where you had one of the best coverage grades in the SWAC?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Those I feel like once I like during the pandemic, those two games, man, those that changed my life. I ain't gonna lie, they changed my life. That was so fun, man. I was like, that's when I knew I was ready. When I knew I could compete, and Coach Sanders was like, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. I really appreciate Coach Sanders to this day, man. He changed my whole perspective of football and made me get more confident in my game and take pride in your craft and work. That's all I've been doing, man. I promise.
And spring practice is just wrapped up, man. Spring game wasn't too long ago, and I have my Texas Southern people I talk to weekly, and they said you guys are looking real dangerous on the defensive side of the ball. The offense, of course, with Andrew, I heard we all know what that's going to be. But for you, what were your takeaways? What can you let us know about how Texas Southern's looking coming out of spring practice?
Man, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a movie, man. It's gonna be a movie. I'm gonna say that because AB, that's my guy, man. He looking scary, man. And he getting out the pocket. He want to sit in there and get everybody the ball instead of run. That's the scary part. It ain't even about him scrambling this year. But as a team wise, man, we looking good because we play as a collective. So we all sophomores, so we all played together already and came in together. So I feel like it's gonna be a movie, man, for real, for real, for real.
And how much do you think it helped you guys that I believe last year you guys had 55 plus freshmen
Yeah.
on the team, and all you guys stayed. You guys didn't lose anybody to the transfer portal, really. There were a few guys who graduated. How much does that continuity help you guys going into 2022?
Once so you basically like once all those seniors left, we already knew like that we was already ready to go because most of those seniors they was mostly like I'm gonna say they was mostly like D line, like like Badajoe, like yeah some of them, but I'm gonna say once those guys left, it was not we couldn't play around because it's spots to fill, man. We ain't got time to be what I mean, like playing around because we came out 3 wins, so we trying to like y'all said, we trying to take off, man. We gotta put on for y'all, man, for real. I'm trying to do that for sure.
I love it. I had someone call me, I believe 2 days ago, and they said, "Listen, if you don't pick Texas Southern to win the division, you're going to be wrong." So I was
It's gonna be
like,
a movie, man. It's gonna be a movie.
I love it. So let's go personal goals first and team goals. What are your personal goals for the 2022 season? What do you want to achieve going into your third year here?
Like you said, I wanna like you said, so personal. I'm gonna say personal first. Personally, I wanna just be a better player as myself. You know what I mean? Like be a better leader because I'm finna be a junior, so I want to show that leadership going into my senior year as well. Like get the scouts looking and stuff. So, like you said, I want All American, all that. But I really just want to work and win for us, man. To be honest, I just want to win. I want to ring, man.
And so I'm assuming the team goal it has to be winning the SWAC and getting to the Celebration Bowl, right?
Atlanta, man. I'm trying to go to ACL.
I love it, man. And so I know, listen, you're one of the leaders on this team now because even going into your junior year, you guys are so young. You're
Yeah,
really one of the oldest guys on the team.
yeah.
Speaking, but for you, the senior answer is the first game. And
Mhm.
I understand that. I believe you guys got PV week 1, but the whole schedule, man, what game do you have circled as y'all's statement game? Which game are you looking forward to the most?
Like it doesn't matter. What I'm looking forward to most,
Yeah.
UTSA, man. UTSA. Cause like if
Uh,
we show that we could play with them, then well, I'm gonna say PV. I'm gonna say PV because that set the tone for all of us. Like if we beat them, well, I ain't gonna say beat them. I'm gonna say when we beat them, it's gonna be crazy, man. That's gonna skyrocket us. Like that's gonna bring everybody confidence up. And like we just lost Keelan and Giles, as you know, but like that's gonna take the receivers level to another level. Like I'm trying to get them better, but like they gonna get that confidence on their own, and we gonna all. That's when we all gonna start playing as a collective. Like that takes the winning, man. That's why I think PV for real.
I like, hey, man, anytime you could start the season off by beating the defending division
Yeah,
champs, that's a statement. And then I know you guys got Southern early in the year, who you guys beat
yeah, that's
last
what
year
we
and made a
want.
statement. Hey, the schedule lays out perfectly. If you guys start out on a hot streak, the country's going to be looking at y'all real. They're going to be like, what's
Yeah,
going on over there in Houston? But the head coach behind it all, man, Coach Clarence McKinney, a lot of people have been talking about what he's doing over at Texas Southern. You guys took a huge step forward last year. A lot of people are high on y'all going into 2022. What is he like behind the scenes, and what makes him the guy, just such a successful and special coach for Texas Southern?
he gonna push us, man. He gonna work. He like that's why I'm saying continue to work because he works us so hard. It's crazy, man. That's why I'm saying it's gonna be scary. Like going into we got like so we going into June, so we got to work all those months. So we got like weekends off. So he grind. He want to win as best as we do. So he trying to grind. He want that ring just like we do. So he pushing us, man. I'm thankful for pushing me because I can't like soft coaches that don't go so well. So I like aggressive like pushing coaches. So because they'll keep me concentrated and show that you what I'm trying to say that you care for us and you want to win yourself. That's what I'm saying. I want to win and he want to win. So that's why we always, you know what I mean. He offense, I'm defense. So we know we be at it. But at the end of the day, that's my guy, man. That's my coach, man. I thank him for everything he done for me to this day. That's my guy. For real.
Man, if you guys come out and get a ring, go to the Celebration Bowl, man, Texas Southern might be building him a statue at that school, man. So I'm gonna be excited to see what he does. But for you, man, looking at your game, you're going into your junior year. Looking back though, evaluating how you've grown as a player, how has your game evolved from the freshman Isaiah Hamilton that stepped on campus a few years ago to the guy I'm talking to now?
I'm gonna say confidence wise because like at first I was, you know what I mean, timid. I had to come in and learn new stuff. I ain't never worked like that in my life till I got to college, to be honest. So I'm gonna say my work ethic changed tremendously. I'm trying to fall in love with it. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to push myself. Like I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, basically. So I'm gonna say my work ethic. Yeah, I've been working for myself a lot.
Hey man, it's paying off in a big way. I was talking to some people yesterday. I was like, because I've been coming on the show and everything. I was talking to people about you, and I was like, man, if he hits 90 plus on his coverage grade, I was like, I think only 5 corners last year had 90 plus coverage grades in the entire country. So I
Yeah,
mean, it's a huge goal, man. I'm impressed. But for you,
appreciate it, man.
looking at the NFL today, man, which NFL corner do you feel like you model your game after the most?
Ah, I'm gonna say from like I'm gonna say first I'm gonna say AJ Terrell and Jalen Ramsey because those guys, them dogs, man. AJ Terrell, he underlooked, like you just told me about me. Like he underlooked and he coming up one of the CB1s for Atlanta. So I'm gonna say AJ Terrell and Jalen Ramsey.
I feel like if you're a corner, man, Jalen's got to be on the list
Listen,
regardless because of what he does.
gotta
But I,
be.
I like the Terrell comparison too, man. An absolute dog at Clemson too, man. Back in the day in college as well. But
Love this
for
man.
you, for you, man, everyone's got that just routine that gets them ready to go out there and do what they do in between those white lines. So for you, how do you get ready on game day, man? What's your pregame routine?
My free game routine. I listen to, so I gotta put on that YB, man. I got to. And then I gotta walk the field. I pray, I pray every day. Thank him. So like I don't have to run out there and like everybody go to the end zone. I feel like I don't like doing that. That mess up my, routine. So I pray before I go out there and listen to music, man. Get that vibe. I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
I like it. So, DBs, man. I say it every time. My listeners are like, all of my listeners are probably like, man, you've said this every episode. But every time I have a DB on here or a wide receivers blame y'all for everything. Trash talking, any scraps. Like, they're like, it's always the DB starting it. So for you,
Yeah.
how big of a trash talker are you on the field during the game?
I'm gonna say I feel like they. I feel like I start talking trash when they come at me. I really let my game talk because if I start talking, I feel like they'll throw me out my game. So I talk. You'll hear me say a little, but hey, Jacory the guy. That's who talk. Jacory Benjamin is the guy. It's not me. I don't talk that much.
He's the defensive guy. Who on offense is the biggest trash talkers? I feel like for me, looking at it, it's either an O lineman sneakily talking trash, or of course, it's one of the wide receivers.
Who I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say Jared Johnson. Jared Johnson, number 7. Yes, sir.
It,
Yeah.
it's just a number thing, man. The number sevens are always the one. But for you, without giving away all your secrets, because listen, everyone knows there's probably some SWAC wide receivers secretly watching this. They're on their burner accounts. That way they can't comment their name. What's the number one mistake a wide receiver can make against you in one-on-one coverage?
Y'all release, man. Y'all release off the line. If you don't get me off the line, it's over. I'm sorry.
I
That was
like
a
it.
great point.
I love it, man. So for you, looking at yourself, where do you feel more comfortable? Would you consider yourself more of a man corner or a zone corner?
Man corner, man. I love that man. I love it. That's what we had at first. That's like we just changed. So we got a whole new defense. Like we opening up to zone. So I'm used to man all day. Really, that's what we usually run. Man to cover three. We used to run cover two sometimes. So yeah, really, man. I like man because I ain't got to focus on everything. I like, you know what I mean, and that shows guys that you can really play.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, really.
that man really separates. Like when you
Yeah,
hear like
yeah,
all the DB debates, like back when Ramsey and Sherman were kind of getting into it a few years back, he was like, "You don't travel, so you can't be
yeah,
the GOAT corner in this conversation." But
yeah.
for you, let's give a little bit of credit to the other side of the ball. So you can name one teammate that you've played with, and you got it. Then you got to name somebody on another team. But who are some of the best offensive players you've ever had to face?
Like in college,
Yeah, in college.
like on my team or just like in general.
Yeah, you can name one on your team and one on another team.
On my team, I'm gonna say who give me the most work right now is number 3, King Blanton. He give me the best work. I promise, man. Practice, give me like I be so annoyed. But then I'm gonna say Keelan Davis, man. That he changed my. That's what I said. That's what I mean, man. We iron sharpen iron, man. Because I feel like once his game took off, my game took off too. So every day at practice, we went at it. He always wanted to go against me. I always want to go against the best receiver. So I'm gonna say Keelan Davis and King Benton because they always want to compete with me, man. They ain't know. I said, come on, let's go. Yeah, I can't. They ain't never gonna give me a break. So I know I gotta bring my A game every time, and they gonna bring theirs, and I love it because they want the same thing I want. You know what I mean? So yeah, them two right there, man. Them two.
He's Keelan's gonna be visiting back to campus, and he's gonna bring his cleats in his bag. He's gonna be like, "Listen, it's me and you
Yes,
one
sir.
last time, man."
Another
I
day.
like
I
it. And
like it.
so, the final question here, man. You're entering your junior year, man. The NFL draft for you is coming up soon. We saw 4 HBCU players go this year. A lot of people expect the momentum to continue these next 2 years, and you're going to be one of the top corners coming out of the SWAC. If an NFL franchise asks you what they're going to get in Isaiah Hamilton if they take you one of these next 2 years, what do you tell them?
Go get a dog, man, and the person that want to win. And I won't let y'all down at all. I just want to play, man. Just give me a chance. I just want a chance. That's all. I just want a chance.
Hey man, I like to see it. And then finally too, man, before we get to your last message, what's your message to all those Texas Southern fans and even the SWAC fans that may be overlooking you just because they're like, man, we ain't worried about Texas Southern this year, man. What's your message to everybody for the 2022 season?
Keep sleeping. I love it. I want to say, keep sleeping. We gonna wake y'all up, man. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it.
Oh, man, I love it so much, man. But listen, this is all about promoting you, man. Let people know where they can find you on social media, where they can contact you for NIL deals, man. Any shout outs, messages you want to give, man, this time is all yours.
Nah, man. You can follow me on Instagram at is Zay7 underscore with 2 underscores. I want to shout out to my grandma. Love all y'all. Love my teammates, all y'all, man. Coach McKinney, all y'all, man. Just happy to be here, really.
Man, this was a blast having you on, man. I think Texas Southern, especially, and some of even the other SWAC schools that get overlooked, man. We need to get these players on camera more, man. Get to know you. There's no reason that in that preseason SWAC All American poll that I shouldn't see Isaiah Hamilton on one of those teams. And listen, you can count on me. I will tell you this: if you're not on it, you can tune into this channel because I'm letting them hear it. I'm letting them hear it.
Appreciate
They
it,
need to
man.
let me
Appreciate
vote,
it.
but. Guys, make sure to go follow Isaiah on all social media. Follow his journey this year as Texas Southern looks to shock the SWAC, find their way to Atlanta, man, and get those rings. And
Thanks.
listen, I love having people back on. If y'all get that ring, I need you to come on and show the
Got
people
you.
that all that hardware, man,
I got you.
after the season. But guys, for Isaiah, myself, and the Blue Bloods, we are out for right now.